My name is Cynthia Alcorn Harms. I'm Ruby Alcorn's daughter, and my mother has been working with CAP and for CAP for over 40 years. And she's here for the 8th year of the Ladies Retreat, and this is my 4th year to come. And I'd like to share a little story about my life and my family. I have 7 brothers. I'm the middle child. I have one sister who's 7 years older than myself. And most of my family live in Kentucky. My sister lives in Tennessee. I have various nieces and nephews, and great nieces and nephews. And at age 13, my sister joined the Navy, and I started helping take care of her son. He was 6 months old at the time, and that was my first job as a mother. From that point on, I helped take care of other various family members, nieces, nephews, brothers, sister-in-laws, and became very well educated as I grew older of how it was to be a mother, because I have no children of my own. But through the years, and with various family members, I've experienced the total experience of what it is to be a parent and what it is to be a mother, and what it is to have a child that you love with all your heart and soul. And I have learned many things, but the thing that I've learned the most about being a parent of someone else's child is to listen to the child and be on the child's level and just open yourself up to the child and let them tell you what they want and listen to them. And by doing that, I was able to learn myself things that I didn't know. They taught me, as well as me teaching them. So when I got married, I got married when I was 29. A little later in life for most women. I met my husband in Phoenix, Arizona. And the reason I was in Phoenix, Arizona was because my mother in 1980, she gave me a call. I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time. She gave me a call and told me that the doctors, she gave me a call and told me to fly home. Well, I didn't ask any questions. I flew home, and my mother told me that the doctors had given her 6 months to live. Well, I didn't know what she wanted me to do at the time, and I didn't know what I was going to do about my job at the cartographic map firm in D.C. So I decided to do as my mother requested and asked, because my mother and I are very, very close. And she's my best friend, she's my companion, and she is the most wonderful mother there is that anyone could ever have. There's no words that can really tell you how much I love my mother. And to speak a little bit about my father, who is still living, who's 82 years old. He'll be 83 May 31st, and that's my birthday as well, and my youngest brother's birthday. My father, when he as a retired electrician, telephone electrician, He was an alcoholic. And my 7 brothers and my 1 sister grew up in a family with my father being an alcoholic, and my mother, on the other hand, taking us all to church and being involved in church. So therefore, we had the good and the bad. My father would come home on the weekend, and a lot of times we didn't look forward to that, because we knew that when he came home there would be drinking and things happening in the home that none of us cared for. So we would try to stay out of the way and go out and play and do things that so we wouldn't have to be at home. My father never believed in any type of punishment, so my mother had to if we did anything wrong, she had to be not only the mother but the father, and get like a willow switch and whip us with it, or a hornbeam switch. That's what she liked the best. Then she would correct us. So we were definitely disciplined by her. And later on in life, my father, I believe in his late 60s, he quit drinking, and he started going to church with my mother. And of course all of us were thrilled and very, very happy that he was just attending church. And he attended church for approximately 2 years, and then he was saved, and now he is the father that I never had when I was growing up, and he's the most wonderful father on earth that a daughter could ever have. And I love him very much. And I look back of all the things that happened when he wasn't that man, and I have forgiven him for, many things that happened in my childhood. And there's no better now, today. He's the father that I know today, and I love him with all my heart. He loves to fish. He's the bass master. That's what we call him, the bass master, because I could be fishing on one side of the boat and he could be fishing on the other, and he would catch 10 fish to my 1. And wow. As my mother always has said, your dad can catch a fish out of a mud hole. That's all he needs is a mud hole. Mm-hmm. So now my father is a wonderful Christian man, and he's 82 years old, and I wouldn't change anything at all about my father that I know now.
Mm-hmm. So what's something out of everything, if you can sum up everything in one sentence, how would you sum up everything that you have learned from your mother and your father?
For my mother and my father, in one sentence, I would have to say I have learned how to love myself as well as to love everyone around me, and openly express the love I have for God. And my mother and father that's what they've taught me. They've taught me how to love, how to share, how to give freely without expecting anything in return. And they've they've both shown me the path that the Lord wants me to take, and they've shown me how to be humble and gracious and giving.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.